We had huge news in the stock market today. It feels like, as always recently, a lot of it is surrounding, you guessed it, NVIDIA. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to your afternoon stock market report. Right. So in general, stocks had a pretty medium and mixed day. There were some blue chip stocks that were going up, and NVIDIA and some tech stocks did go down a little bit. But yeah, as we've seen over the last year, a lot of the news here is going to come from these AI tech companies. To start off, CoreWeave trimmed its full revenue year forecast and is taking the shine off of its good earnings. Now, this is again an NVIDIA backed tech stock that fell down roughly 15%. And then another big news was that SoftBank announced that it sold its shares in NVIDIA. So it had roughly a 2.5% stake in NVIDIA. It sold it to invest in its own AI infrastructure. And the sentiment going around recently in the stock market has been that when companies are investing in AI, it's not a good thing anymore. It's not looked upon well anymore, as they are thinking that the market for this is way too high and the valuations is not worth it. So this investment is not going to pan out long term. We saw that, namely the big one was with Meta. Meta announced in its last earnings that it's going to be investing heavily into AI over the next few years. And you would expect that, though, with Meta being a big tech company. However, the good news, the light at the end of the tunnel, is that Wall Street is expecting this 41-day lockdown to come to a shutdown soon. And as are we all. We obviously had that news earlier this week on some late Sunday. But since then, it seems like the sentiment going around in the market is that it's going to end soon. And typically, the way these things work is the sentiment gets it before the news officially sometimes goes out. But watch for that. I think it's going to be very, very interesting at the end of the day, how it plays out one way or another. What happens when the government gets back? Will there be the rise that everyone is expecting? Or is there just going to be a sell-off? As you know, when the government shutdown ends, we're going to get a lot of market reports and see exactly what the health of the market is. Now, that could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing. But as always, you guys will be the first to know when the news comes out. Peace.